If you were Meghan Markle, you may just literally live in fear of being, well, called, as many people realise, grifters by her ex-bosses at Spotify. Oh yes, if you remember, they decided that in fact they were not, what did they call them? Audio talent. But of course the former royal known as the Duchess of Sussex and cable TV actress, well, she decided that she was going to show differently, signed up with a brand new company and everything was going to go swimmingly. But now things are starting to take a turn for the worst. As ever, let me explain. Morning chums, lovely to see you. Thank you so much. We're in the beautiful city of York today. Can you see this gorgeous archway here? Imagine all the horses and carriages that would have gone through. And this, I'll just do a quick turn around for you. This literally is, of course, just by the beautiful York Minster. And as you can see there, isn't it just delightful? Now, just to let you know, in case you're coming here, it's now £20 per person to enter, of course, the Minster. Free, of course, if you want to join worship, etc. But £20, a lot of money, isn't it, really, when you think about it? And of course, it is supposed to be a house of God, but apparently, according to them, they can't afford to run it unless we pay for it. I'll just leave it there. And do you note, of course, that we have police, likewise, on the door as well. That's how nice it is now. It's worrying, isn't it, that before you never would have had these problems. A little bit like, if you are, when you think about it, Meghan Markle. That's because, of course, she decided that she was going to prove herself as an audio talent. She was going to say to the rest of the world that she knew what she was doing. Now, we don't need to go into detail, but what we do know is the fact that Meghan's foray back into the world of audio podcasting has been an utter disaster. So much so that it's impossible to work out the ratings. Part and parcel of the problem is that the all-female company of Lemonada must be pulling their hair out simply because they would have liked Meghan to be a little bit more, well, dynamic in her PR. What did she do? Well, not very much, really. Finally putting out a video towards the end of the series and basically saying, come and join me because this was an exciting chat. It wasn't, again, more lies. But now she's teasing a final podcast episode with a matriarch that was supposed to be very interested in. Many have already worked it out. It is Tina Knowles, of course, the mother of the superstar Beyonce. Now, Beyonce, you would have thought, may have taken time out to give Meghan a bit of an exclusive. After all, she posed with a picture of her, calling her Princess Meghan. But, you know, Beyonce and Jay-Z are pretty toxic at the moment themselves. Moving on from that. Now, let me explain also, Beyonce's in town in London very soon and still sadly not selling out those big venues. Many people suggest tickets are too high. Many people are also suggesting that, well, you know, sometimes association doesn't work particularly well. Even Meghan turning up at a recent concert and dancing wildly has done nothing to lift sales. Behind the scenes, I can tell you that Spotify are now very keen, given this latest disaster befalling Meghan, I might point out, to talk about having a documentary made about the absolute mega collapse, fallout disaster of their multi-million-pound signing of Harry and Meghan. As I told you recently, they thought they were getting both of them, and it suddenly turned out to just be Meghan only, and that proved to be a disaster with archetypes. It just wasn't what they were looking for. So consequently, they went ahead with it. 28 producers, well, how many episodes? And virtually no star names, apart from the likes of course, Serena Williams and the superstar diva that is a good friend of mine, Mariah Carey, who got into trouble by calling Meghan a diva. Now Spotify believe the time is right to tell their side of the story, and according to a well-placed source, are looking into the options of turning this whole episode, which people say was shambolic from start to finish, into exactly what happened when they signed Harry and Meghan. It's one way, if you think about it, of getting their money back. How many people would download that episode to hear and, of course, talk about people who worked alongside them? And don't worry, they're cleared of NDAs because they were working for Spotify and not exclusively for the ex-royal couple. Either way, the bad news just keeps coming and coming. Neil Sean in the very heart of York.